Hey, well, good morning. It's a little after 10, and Johnny Strong's going to be leaving where he's at in Mississippi at 12 o'clock, so he'll be here around here at 1. Anyway, I was listening to a lot of stuff about Bergen, Missouri, with the suburbs of St. Louis, Missouri, where they had the cop that just emptied his gun in that little boy's head and upper torso. Um, for anyway, and they were like, and the lady was like, "Oh, I feel so sorry, that it's not really a racist thing. If we could just have the policemen, more interactive." Well, that's what they've been doing like since the 70s. I remember I was going to school in Hell's Kitchen. They came in there and was going to change us from being Hell's Kitchen to Clinton, saying we was a gang because we hang out in big groups, like a classroom, and that we would do we're doing illegal and criminal things, like anyway. So they fed us this bullshit. We didn't, it's still called Hell Kitchen. They still have a campaign trying to change it to Clinton because they don't want you to know the history, because like the change. But anyway, regarding that propaganda. But the propaganda that, I don't see, engineers or doctors going undercover up in the schools. You know what I'm saying? The police, we have parents, we have principals, vice principals, we have counselors in schools. Police are not there. If they're not teaching, if they're not on the school payroll, they should not be fraternizing. You know what I'm saying? They're over here playing with kids, playing around, and then the next thing they shoot that kid in 3 or 4 fucking years. So, or there ends up a lot of, like over here, the police in the school, they have a lot of teen pregnancy in Memphis and Mississippi. You know, um, you know, these girls are starting to develop. They're the most vulnerable when you got someone 20 and 30 around these kids. And here the mentality is that, like the only conversation that the police seem to comprehend, they don't understand anything politics or, the whole structure of the way our constitution laws should be, enforced instead of taken away, forget freedom of speech. Primetime TV took over that. But the police, right? That's what they've been doing. And historically, in the black community, especially in Memphis, they used to just beat them up and take them to jail, right? And then have them work on these plantations, right? And that's like in the 50s. Chain gangs, Smokey Robinson and a whole bunch of other, Sam Cooke, a bunch of them sang songs about this misjustice. So, a lot of black people, I understand the propaganda behind it, with the TV. Like I can't even watch primetime TV. It's all police or like Lifetime. Let's victimize the woman. Here she is with a boyfriend. Instead of them getting a damn divorce, he goes shoots up the whole house. Then 2 weeks later, some fool goes shoots up the whole house too. But anyway, the police should stay in their lane. The police should just concentrate on doing the job that they get paid to do. That's the uphold the laws of that county, city, town. The uphold our constitutional rights. So, as long as they think they're above or the community is against them because they killed a child, the simple thing, this is not Gaza, all right? This is not Syria, this is not the Middle East. This is not Iran or someplace where, because you kill a child, you gotta throw gas bombs. Can you, you know what I'm saying? Do you ever think you're part of the community? I bet your child has ADHD. That is your fault. You can change. But you can't change by saying, well, let's just keep doing the same stuff that we've been doing. Let's go along with the propaganda. You know what I'm saying? If somebody else tells you that shit and it don't sound right, why you keep letting it come out your mouth? Look, black mothers, you're not gonna get let me put it this way. If they're a grown person, they shouldn't be playing with your child. I don't care if he is a policeman. If the policeman is supposed to be on duty, supposed to protect and keep the community safe, and he over here playing basketball, okay, a crime comes on over here, all right, but he playing basketball. That's not your job. We have people in the community that play basketball. They're called coaches and teachers. We already have institutions for that. The police, you obviously cannot comprehend because your only excuse for shooting them is that you was in fear of your life. So you do not need to fraternize with other people if you scared and your answer to a solution is to kill. That is not what I want my child or my grandkids or anybody else in this little community I'm around to get the message that if you scared, to start shooting people. I don't want that. So I think the best solution, moms, if you want your little black child to come home, from walking from school, or when he walks to his grandma's house from going back, to his grandma's house from a quick trip in a neighborhood that's all residential. If you don't want him to get shot, tell him stranger danger. I don't care if he does have a uniform on. Especially like here, these pedophile perverts, they can't even do their job. We got rape kits. We got serial rapers from it was in the 80s and 90s. They didn't even do their job. You know what I'm saying? But they know how to harass, bully, and chastise and shoot, you know what I'm saying, and beat up people and rape children. And we got a crack problem, an HIV problem up in here. You know what I'm saying? The solution is not to have policemen, retard their rope to their got to play with 9 or 8-year-olds. They're not 9 or 8-year-olds. They should have bills. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, grown-ups, think twice about allowing your children to hang out with grown-ups. Okay? Maybe they should hang out with kids and learn how to interact. And that, you know what I'm saying?